Hi fans of high quality entertainment. I am going to rank all of the Beatles albums, not including past masters, just basically their studio albums, the albums they released when they were together, and I'm doing the UK versions of the albums. So there's 13 in total, including Yellow Submarine, because that was an official release. And so here we go. Number 13 for me, now this is just my opinion, as usual, and I would love your thoughts in the comments section below. Maybe you can rank all of the Beatles albums, or whatever. Or just tell me I'm wrong. Number 13, Yellow Submarine. Now, I love side 1. I love every song. Yellow Submarine, Only a Northern Song, All Together Now, Hey Bulldog, It's All Too Much. All You Need Is Love, I love, but it's probably my least favorite on the album. Side 2, the George Martin it's early. Instrumentals, they're nice, but I've never listened to the whole side. I've listened to maybe a song or two or here or there. And when this was released, I was hoping to hear some Beatle vocals on side 2, and of course, so I maybe did play the whole thing once or twice back in the day. It's a long time ago. But this would be number 13. Number 12, and some of you are probably thinking, boy, he really hates this album, and I don't. I love it. But it's number 12, The Beatles, Please Please Me. Number 11, With the Beatles. And some of the songs on this I absolutely love. It Won't Be Long, All I've Got to Do, Don't Bother Me, You Really Got a Hold on Me, Not a Second Time, Devil in Her Heart, Money That's What I Want. And then there's some like Little Child, Hold Me Tight, I Want to Be Your Man, that I just like. I don't hate. Number 10, Beatles for Sale. And I did this video on my Larry Graves TV channel a couple of years ago, and I don't remember, I might have had this at number 13, but it's risen up a bit. Because some of the songs I absolutely love, like No Reply, I'm a Loser, Every Little Thing, I'll Follow the Sun. So yeah, number 10. Number 9, Help. And on my top 10 worst Beatles songs, which of course were just my least favorite, you know, there were some viewers attacking me for hating some Beatles songs, and the thing is, John Lennon hated quite a few Beatles songs, including It's Only Love, which I love. So, just thought I'd say that. It's okay to hate Beatles songs. I'm a huge Beatles fan, but if you hate certain Beatles songs, I respect that opinion. Number 8, which is probably further up in most people's list, but the Beatles released so many damn good albums. A Hard Day's a Night, and John Lennon was on fire on this album. Literally, he dropped a cigarette on his shirt, and there were some flames. And this would be lower, I believe, on most people's lists, probably. Number 8, Let It Be. When I first heard the album, like other Beatles, I almost said probably, like other Beatles fans, I was disappointed. But soon I got to love the album and the rawness of it, and I love it. I'm getting confused here with that was 7. Number 6. And some fans, because there's some songs on this album that are on my top 10 worst Beatles songs list, so they think I hate this album, and I certainly don't. Rubber Soul. I love Norwegian Wood, Nowhere Man, Think for Yourself. Girl, I'm looking through you, In My Life, Wait, If I Needed Someone. Some of the best Beatles songs. They would be way up high in my rating of all the Beatles songs, which I might do someday. Again. Number 5. Magical Mystery Tour, which is actually, Jinx, that's your favorite album, isn't it, of the Beatles? Yes. See, she agreed. I love it. Brings back memories of when I was wow, I'm getting old. 9 years old. Number 4, which is likely either number 1, probably in the top 3 for most Beatles fans, but it's number 4 for me, Revolver. What can you say about one of the greatest albums of all time? And speaking of greatest albums, number 3 is Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. I remember when I was still 9 years old, because, Sgt. Pepper Magical Mystery Tour came out in 1967. Imagine 2 albums in 1 year by a band. Wow, those were the good old days. And it just changed music. And for me, the greatest song of all time is on this album. Good Morning, Good Morning. A Beatles joke. A hard day's night, oh my God. A day, see, because it started with A. A day in the life. I told you I just woke up. Now, number 1 and number 2 are sort of interchangeable, because I've done this list a couple of times over the years. And I'm staying with what I picked in my last video as number 1. So number 2 for me is the White Album. Yes, it maybe has some filler songs in it, but as a complete experience, it's one album I've never ever gotten tired of listening to, and I am one of those fans that loves Revolution Number 9. And even my least favorite songs on this album, like Don't Pass Me By, I still really like them, or maybe even love them. And number 1. My favorite album of all time. Abbey Road. You may have heard of it. And I've told this story before, but maybe I'll tell it again anyway. But having this on vinyl, I had my dad's old stereo cabinet, which had a reel-to-reel tape deck in it. And the very first time I played Abbey Road, you sit there and you're watching the vinyl spin round and round, and side 1, how it ended so abruptly on I Want You, She's So Heavy. That was like, what happened there? Then the needle comes off. And flipping over to side 2, at the end, the song The End, it ends, but the needle isn't coming back off the record, I'm thinking, you know, it's spinning round and round, and on the album at the time it didn't mention Her Majesty, it just said the end. So it's spinning round and round. I'm thinking, what's going on here? I turned up the volume all the way, trying to listen. What's going on here? And then, of course, that chord for Her Majesty, boom! And at the tender age of 11, I had my first heart attack. So that's it. That's my ranking of the Beatles albums. I hope you enjoyed it, and like I said, I didn't include past masters, but it would be way up on the list, in the top 5 for sure. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.